Okay, I don't know where to stand without showing that my room's an absolute mess. Oh no, the lighting, terrible. Let's just go here. My bed's not made. Get over it. Today, I am going to be doing a day in the life of a script editor, as I have the day off entirely, which normally I wouldn't. Normally I would have a driving lesson, but I don't because I had a bit of an accident yesterday at work and I burnt my arm. And it's not even the first time this has happened to me. I once sustained 2nd-degree burns to my foot because of some boiling soup. So, you know, we're a bit accident prone when it comes to burns. But anyway, I burnt myself at work and I was in the hospital last night. But I'm back and so I've got the whole day, which means I can get a good few hours of script editing done. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a freelance script editor. I have my own sort of website and service, which you can check out. I will link the website below. If you're looking for a script editor, then maybe I can help you out. I'm very affordable and I offer like 3 separate packages, which sort of cover all the different things you should need. But today I'm in the middle of doing a horror script. The writer I'm working with purchased the Read Beta Read package and the script coverage report. And yeah, so basically that means that I'm giving like a thorough feedback on character, story structure, and then the script coverage report is like a staple piece of script editing, and it's just like this report where it has everything in about the whole script, but I guess it's more of an overall kind of look at it, whereas the Read Beta Read stuff with this on script comments is like specific to just certain areas of the script. As I'm reading through, I just make comments. Yes, that's what I'm doing today. Thought I would just document my day. Normally I would, because I have a full-time job and a part-time job and then the script editing, I'm trying to move out. I normally will like allocate like an hour of my evening to script editing to get the script done, because I work out the pricing off like an hourly basis, if that makes sense. So on this script I have charged for 8 hours work basically. So I normally allocate like an hour to each evening. However, obviously I've got to stay off, so I'm not kind of having to scramble for those hours in the evening like I normally would, which is why I thought today would be a good day to do like a day in the life type thing. This is the longest intro ever. It's about 11 p.m. a.m. in fact, which is one lovely thing about working from home and having like a freelancer is you can just start whenever you want. But I need to go to the pharmacy first because I have to get some disinfectant stuff and like a bandage to go over the bandage. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not that way inclined. I have no idea when it comes to first aid, so I'm just doing what I'm told. But yeah, so I'm just gonna run to the pharmacy and do that first. Then I'll start editing and I will document it. I don't know if it's gonna be interesting at all, this might be really, really boring. Okay, so I'm back from my utterly thrilling trip to the pharmacy. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to show you my like setup because I thought that's probably a good thing to show, I don't know. So yeah, just how I kind of have my writing space while I'm editing. An editing space, if you will. So I use my computer to do the bulk of the editing, and I use Celtex because on Celtex you can make a comment, which is the one highlighted in blue, kind of like you can on Word, and then yeah, you know, write about whatever you want to write about. The reason I'm not pushing it any closer is because obviously I don't have the right to show this person's work, so that's why I'm staying as far back as I can. But yes, that's how I do my editing. If I were to be doing a line-by-line edit, which I'm not for this client, but if I was, I would also be highlighting, you know, anything I change in bold so they can see, you know, side by side to their script what I have actually changed, because obviously I don't want to just be changing things without their knowledge, because that's not good. So yeah, so that's that. Then I have this notebook, which basically is just for if I have anything that I want to scribble down that doesn't necessarily go in these comments that might go on the script coverage report, something that's sort of maybe like an overall point about the structure or something like that, I would write it down in here first. I don't like having to switch screens while I'm editing, which is why I'll scribble it down here. And also I definitely don't like doing that and the coverage report at the same time. It's very, very confusing. I like to just focus on one thing at a time. So yeah, that's for that. And then I have these books always at hand because I'm often referring to them while I'm editing. So we've got Save the Cat, which is a book that I recommend to any and all screenwriters. There is also a novel version if you're a novel writer. If you're subscribed to me and you are subscribed to me because of my novel writing, then you probably know there's a novel version of this, but it originally was a screenwriting book by Blake Schneider, and it's fantastic. And there's basically a beat sheet in here, which I use when I'm... Sorry, I'm not pointing the camera in the right direction. Here we go. Basically, I use this to check that the scripts are hitting the correct beats. So yeah, highly recommend that. We then have The Art of Script Editing, which, again, sorry, my camera work is appalling today. This is just, yeah, a great guide to script development and the sort of things you need to be doing as a script editor. So, again, if you're thinking about getting into script editing, then I highly recommend this book. And then we have this one, which is probably my least favourite out of the three, but this is Reading Screenplays. I personally think in order to write good screenplays and obviously edit screenplays, you need to be able to read them properly and analyse them properly. So this one's also pretty good. Yeah, these are the three that I would recommend most for script editing. So yeah, that's that. So there is actually one thing missing from my setup, and I've just realised it, and I'm incredibly alarmed. And that is a cup of tea. Okay, so I just noticed that the lighting in that last clip was awful. I apologise for that. But basically, I'm just gonna do like a solid half an hour, little break, solid half an hour, little break, solid half an hour, little break, because I find I work a bit better like that when it comes to script editing, rather than just trying to like do like 3 hours solid work. My attention span does not last that long. Okay, so I've done, how much? Hold on. I'm on page 40, so I've done basically about another 20 pages. And I'm gonna have my first break. I might read a bit more of The Outsiders. This is the book I'm currently reading. This was my favourite book as a teenager. It probably still is my favourite book. Like, I am just absolutely in awe of it still. Like, how many years on? I don't know when I first discovered it. I was probably about 14 when I first read it and fell in love with it. So that's what, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 8 years, and I'm still in awe of it. I just think it's wonderful, genuinely. So I just made myself another cup of tea. You know how like a car needs petrol or like diesel to like go? I'm like that, but with tea. Beautiful that was. Beautiful metaphor. Get this like fear when I start a new editing project that I'm not gonna find a single thing wrong with it. When I say wrong with it, I don't mean like it's terrible, but just, you know, like a formatting error, or I don't know, somewhere where there could be more development on a character arc or something, you know, like I panic that I'm not gonna find anything, and then this person has paid me money and I'm gonna come back to them with a script coverage report that is like, yeah, it's really good. Like, I don't have any points of critique or anything. I always panic about that, and I was like this with this one for the first like 10 pages. I was thinking, shit, this is gonna be flawless, and I'm gonna have to be like, look dude, you just paid me money and I don't even know if I can help you. It's fine, I'm way further than that now, and there are things, they are like small things, there's nothing major yet, I doubt there will be, but there's nothing major yet. Horoscopes are really hard though. Horoscopes are really, really hard to write. I wrote my first psychological horror short script a couple of years ago now, and it was supposed to go into production, but it didn't because of COVID, and we lost so much money we never went back to it. And it was, oh my god, the amount of times that we had to rework that script. I worked with the director on it. Was ridiculous. Like it got to the point where I was like, I don't even want to do it anymore. Like it was awful, but we got there in the end. But they're really hard. So anyway, nothing major yet, but I have found things that I can comment on, and I can feel like I'm doing my job.